What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blueblood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, newly crowned, unified lightweight world champion, Australian star boxer George Kambosos Jr., 20 wins, no losses, no draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'9" with a 69-inch arm reach. With that said, George Kambosos Jr. is going into a massive undisputed showdown with undefeated WBC lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin "The Dream" Haney, who is 27 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 23 years of age, 5'5", 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Okay, with that said, Devin Haney and George Kambosos Jr. are going to fight for undisputed, right? History is going to be on the side of the winner, right? And there's a lot of build-up, a lot of talk. And George Kambosos Jr. is the main one doing most of the talking, right? He's doing most of the talking, that is, George Kambosos Jr. And so, with that said, they held their final press conference yesterday, in which they faced off. There was jawing back and forth, well, more so on the part of George Kambosos. And then they went outside to do more photos for promo by the lake and with the view of the city in the back. And George Kambosos Jr., who's been saying that Devin Haney is a rat, you know, he snitched on his countrymen, and Teofimo Lopez, former unified lightweight world champion, superstar boxer, you know, he has a lot of things to say about Devin Haney, right? And Devin Haney continues to tell the people and tell George Kambosos Jr., it's an act. Cut the act. Stop with the act already. It's old, right? Knock it off already, right? And George Kambosos Jr. continues to tell you it's no act and so on and so forth. Well, unfortunately for George Kambosos Jr., the gig is up. I don't know if he paid attention that there were microphones listening to his conversation, or even if he even cared, or maybe he thought he was whispering and nobody could hear him. But listen to what George Kambosos had to say to Devin Haney as they're taking photos. He leans in to whisper to Devin Haney, and listen what he whispers to him.
Looking great together. Sorry, one more. Just guys, just a little bit back. Sorry, guys, everyone back. We're all getting them in your shopper. Oh, there.
I don't know if you can hear it, right? Because there's some knocking in the back. Okay, but George Kambosos Jr., he leans in and tells Devin Haney, how do you think I'm selling the fight? Y'all didn't hear what I said. He leans in and tells Devin Haney, how do you think I'm selling the fight? And Devin Haney, he responds and looks at him and says, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Now, I'm paraphrasing. He used other words to describe it, but he said, you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. Right? Now, Devin Haney from the beginning has been telling you that this is an act on the part of George Kambosos Jr. This is what he's been telling you. And he keeps telling George Kambosos Jr., quit the act. This is not how you talk when we have conversations, and this is not who you are. So knock off the act. When does it end? When does reality set in, or does it not matter? When does the lies end? When does the truth begin? When is reality set in, or does it not matter? Right? So listen, look at this.
Well, guys, just a little bit back. Sorry, guys, everyone back. We're all getting them in your shopper.
Watch. He's gonna lean right in.
Oh, there.
You see? See?
Can I just get one step?
See, he leans in and he says, how am I doing? Am I doing a good job? Like Apollo Creed in Rocky IV. Remember when Apollo Creed was building up the fight between himself and Ivan Drago? And they was at the press conference, and he was going in on Ivan Drago. Put this heavy bag with eyeballs in the ring with me, and you gonna see the meaning of pain. Remember that? And when they left the press conference, he looks at Rocky Sylvester Stallone and he goes, how did I do? And Rocky says, good. He said, you know, did I do a great job? He said, oh no, you did a great job, right? That's what George Kambosas just did. How did I do? Oh, you did a great job, but good. Oh yeah, very good. This is what George Kambosas just did. He literally leaned in and said, shout out to Fight Hub. He literally leans in to Marco Villegas. He literally leans in and says, how am I doing? Am I doing a good job? And Devin Haney said, oh, you're doing a great job. You're selling the fight. You're doing a great job. But yet, he'll tell you the fake one is Devin Haney. And this is amazing. George Kambosas Jr., people, as I have told you guys over and over again, he's never stood on his square. He's never stayed true to anything he said and wanted to do. Never. Outside of the fact that he said, and one thing he did say that he stuck to was that he said he was going to beat Teofimo Lopez. He did that. Outside of that, he stuck to nothing else he said he was going to do. Absolutely nothing else. Nothing else he stood on and said that he stuck to. Outside of the fact that he said, I'm going to beat Teofimo Lopez. Right? And even with that, a broke clock is right twice a day. Right? So it's a 50-50 chance you could be successful. Right? So outside of that, what has he stood on? He said he was going to fight Devin Haney afterwards. He tried to maneuver around that. He said that he was going to, he knew he had to be undisputed. He had to fight and beat Devin Haney. He didn't stand on that. Immediately he changed his status on all his social media to undisputed. Okay, so it's just a lot of things that George Kambosas Jr. has not stayed true to. And so now that we see that this is all an act. I mean, we knew this from the beginning, right? But it's all an act, right? And so you can see him visibly telling Devin Haney, how am I doing selling the fight? Amazing. Amazing. So this just further lets you know that George Kambosas Jr. is not real about what he says and does. It's all an act. He's trying to sell tickets. Okay? He's trying to either make himself the hero or the villain. That's exactly what he's doing. Okay? Outside of organically just being who he is, he's trying to invent a character, okay, to sell fight. Now, I understand. Some people, you know, that's what they feel like they have to do to be able to, you know, make a living, make a dollar, right? You know, and especially in the sport of boxing, it's not a forgiving sport. So maybe he feels like, listen, in order for me to succeed and do what and be the best version of me I could be, I'm going to have to sell some major tickets. In order to sell some major tickets, I'm going to have to invent a character. And that's clearly what he's done. He's invented a character. All the talk of Devin Haney's not real, and Devin Haney is this, and Devin Haney is that. Well, he's telling you exactly who he is. Right? A character. A fictional character. So, along with him telling you, Devin Haney, this is his countryman. Well, we debunked that notion, the fact that he was well, Devin Haney, this is Devin Haney's countryman, Teofimo Lopez. He went against his own countryman. And you went against your countryman in Jeff Horn. And that was revealed. So, it's amazing. But nonetheless, this is a historic event in Australia. Both guys are daring to be great in this position. Now, George Kambosas Jr. was more so pushed into this situation because he definitely wanted to fight Vasyl Lomachenko and not Devin Haney. Okay, but nonetheless, it's here, right? He, like he said, oh, I could have fought the sanitation worker or the janitor. No, you couldn't have, because ESPN top ranking Bob Arum had no interest in you fighting nobody other than Lomachenko or Devin the Dream Haney. So, therefore, you have George Kambosas Jr., who's in a situation where, you know, he's definitely, you know, gonna have to put up, he's gonna have to show up and show out now, because he talked his way. Now, he was successful when he talked, you know, through the build up and the fight with Teofimo Lopez. He was successful. Now you're gonna have to do it again. You know, so at some point in time, somebody's gonna call your bluff. So we're going to see what it's all about. But you can visibly, once again, see George Kambosas say, essentially, it's not real. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.